is a bit of a rule breaker. और ये ज़रूर बात है कि हम opinionated woman, चाहे वो फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में क्यों ना हो, मैं आई एम अ राइटर, डायरेक्टर, फिल्म मेकर, if the same role is played by a male like Amir Khan, so he's a maverick, and Ben Affleck or somebody like that, जो हॉलीवुड में भी इतना कुछ करते हैं, but if a woman does it, it is more like she's a problematic person, because nothing is enough for her. Why she should stick to acting? Why she wants to do so many things? तो आई थिंक ये जो एक सोच है महिलाओं को लेकर, ये सोच एक मैं कहूँगी कि एक रूढ़िवादी सोच है, और एक एम्बिशियस वुमेन को भी एक इस नज़रिए से देखना कि शी इज़ अ गो गेटर, एंड स्पेशली व्हेन यू आर सक्सेसफुल, चाहे कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में हो, चाहे आप पॉलिटिक्स में हो, चाहे आप, ऑलवेज वुमेन गेट टारगेटेड बिकॉज ऑफ सेक्सिज्म. जब हम मिलते हैं, हम अक्सर ये बात करते हैं कि व्हेनेवर वी सी अ सक्सेसफुल वुमन, तो कहीं ना कहीं वो सोशल कंडीशनिंग के करके नज़र में आता है, how come she got here, who's her friends here or like that,
Sure.
तो ये एक गलत सोच है महिलाओं के बारे में, और हमें डेफिनेटली ये सोच जो है वो चेंज करनी चाहिए. But yes, I came from a very humble background. तो एक तो वही unacceptable हो जाता है. Second, I did not know any English. Third, initially I was made fun of from my accent to my clothing style in the film industry. और फिर उसके बाद मैं हर चीज़ को जब उससे लड़ते हुए, मेरी स्टाइलिंग में भी जब मुझे कहा कि नाउ शी इज़ द स्टाइल आइकॉन, फिर मैंने इंग्लिश भी सीखा चीज़, तो उनको बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हुई कि अभी ये अब हमारे क्लास में आना चाह रही है, अभी नाउ शी वांट्स टू बी इन आवर सर्कल और क्लास, जैसे सब करके, तो उनको ये चीज़ की प्रॉब्लम हुई. तो नेचुरली लोग तो आपसे, मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ कि अभी हमारे देश को जो है इतनी सारी हॉस्टिलिटी हो रही है, हमारे देश के भी जो दोस्त थे वो दुश्मन बन गए हैं, क्योंकि जैसे जैसे आप आगे बढ़ेंगे, अभी थर्ड इकोनॉमी से जब आप सेकंड इकोनॉमी पे जाएंगे, तो थोड़ा ना आपके वही दोस्त रहेंगे, वो भी आपके दुश्मन बन जाएंगे. तो ये होता है, ये दुनिया का एक नियम है. दिस इज हाउ इट इज.
Absolutely rightly said, because you're such a versatile woman and a successful one at that, and opinionated. There are issues that we women have to handle sometimes. जब हम एक CEO को देखते हैं, हम उससे कभी ये नहीं पूछते, especially when he gets married and he has children, how will you balance your work life and how will you balance your home life? आप अपने बच्चों को किस तरह अपब्रिंगिंग दोगे अगर आप 24 घंटे या कह लीजिए 18 घंटे आप ऑफिस में पढ़ाओगे. लेकिन when it comes to women, and a successful one at that, we keep counting. I think, I'll keep thinking, how is she successful? Where is the success coming from? Is she like educated enough? Does she have an opinion? Does she have the ability? But yes, things are changing, and now I'm very, very sure that each and every one of us have realized, as all our ministers also have said, that inclusivity is extremely important. पूरे समाज में, देश में, ग्लोब में आधी पॉपुलेशन विमेन है, तो डेफिनेटली आज जैसे पहले कहते थे विमेन को डेवलपमेंट की ज़रूरत है, लेकिन आज डेवलपमेंट को विमेन की ज़रूरत है. So now when we come to success did not knock at your doors. You kind of grabbed it by the horn and made it yours. आपकी वो टॉप 3 क्वालिटीज़ आपको क्या लगती है जिससे आप सक्सेसफुल हुए, चाहे फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में या मैन ऑक्यूपाइड पॉलिटिक्स में?
आई थिंक सारी टॉप 3 को भी एक ही में सम अप कर सकते हैं, कि जस्ट बीइंग वेरी ऑनेस्ट विद माई सेल्फ. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मुझे किसी ने कहा कि अरे ये तो इसको इंग्लिश नहीं आती है, ये क्या गवार है, ये है वो है, तो रादर देन बीइंग डिफेंसिव अबाउट इट, आई हैव ऑलवेज बीन ऑब्जेक्टिव कि यार हाँ, इफ टुमारो आई वांट टू कम्युनिकेट टू अ लार्जर ऑडियंस, और मैंने वुमेन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड with Meryl Streep and all of that, I represented India in Britain. तो वो क्यों कायम हो सका? क्योंकि मैंने वो चीज़ को लेके कभी मैं डिफेंसिव नहीं हुई कि नहीं मुझे ऐसे ही कहते हैं, या दुखी नहीं हुई, या खुद को टारगेटेड फील नहीं किया, या कॉम्प्लेक्स नहीं फील किया, कुछ नहीं. आई डू नॉट हैव एनी काइंड ऑफ नेगेटिविटी टू टेक फ्रॉम इट. इससे भी मैंने पॉजिटिव कि हाँ यार, इंग्लिश सीखने में तो मेरा फ़ायदा ही है, ठीक ही बोल रहे हैं. या स्टाइलिंग हो, या कभी भी मैंने किसी भी चीज़ के नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट्स को नहीं अपनाया। हमेशा उसमें जो है, और ऑनेस्टली उसको स्वीकारना कि हाँ, ये तो चीज़ अभी नहीं वर्क कर रही है, तो हाउ कैन दिस वर्क। आई थिंक वही एक आई एम वेरी ऑनेस्ट विद एवरीथिंग इन माई लाइफ, माई ओन असेसमेंट ऑफ माई वर्क। अगर मैंने कुछ किया हो और मुझे अच्छा ना लगे, तो चाहे सारी दुनिया के, क्योंकि आप सक्सेसफुल हो जाते हैं तो आपके ऐसे दोस्त बन जाते हैं जो आपके, कोई भी मुझे कुछ भी बोल दे मैं सुनती रहती हूँ, लेकिन मुझे पता होता है कि दिस इज़ नॉट माई स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ एक्सीलेंस। या मैंने अच्छा किया हो, और कुछ लोग होते हैं कि वो चाहते नहीं कि आपको पता चले कि आपने अच्छा किया है, तब भी मुझे पता चलता है कि ये बहुत अच्छा किया था, बट ओनली दिस पर्सन डजंट वांट टू से इट राइट नाउ। सो आई डू नॉट हैव, मेरा खुद का एक विजन है हर चीज़ के लिए, विच नथिंग कैन शेक, एंड आई बाय द ग्रेस ऑफ गॉड, और मैं हमेशा ये चाहूँगी कि वो कभी भी धुंधला ना पड़े, कलर्ड ना पड़े, फॉगी ना पड़े, और मुझे कभी किसी के ओपिनियन की जरूरत ना पड़े टू अंडरस्टैंड वेयर आई स्टैंड, व्हाट आई सेड एंड व्हाट आई डू।
Wonderful, wonderful. I love the way that I do not have to ask the audience to give her a loud round of applause because it's just coming so organically. So happy for that. Now, Kangana, इतनी सारी आप roles अदा करते हो as a, obviously as a woman and as an artist, as an author, as an actor, now as a politician, as a warrior also. इसमें से सबसे मुश्किल क्या चीज़ को बैलेंस करना है आपको? कंगना as an actress like in Queen, और कंगना एज अ पॉलिटिशियन लाइक इन वॉरियर क्वीन बन करने का, आप अपने आप को कैसे बैलेंस करते हो, कैसे स्टेबल रहते हो, कैसे इक्विलिब्रियम में रहते हो, और कौन सी चीज़ ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट है आपके लिए मैनेज करना?
देखिए, जो चीज़ आपको आती है वो आसान लगती है ना। जो जिसको आता है उसको तो रस्सी पे चलना भी आसान लगता है, जिसको नहीं आता उसके लिए दुनिया की सबसे मुश्किल चीज़ हो जाती है। तो अब ये जो आपने कहा फिल्में, ये तो आई हैव एस्ड इट कम्प्लीटली। मुझे तो एक्टिंग हो गया या फिल्म मेकिंग हो गई, तो आई थिंक आई नो इट हाउ टू डू इट। पॉलिटिक्स जो है वो भी मुझे आती नहीं है, तो मुश्किल लगती है। एक बार आ जाएगी तो शायद ये भी आसान हो जाएगी, लेकिन यू नो द नेचर ऑफ द कमिंग टू द नेचर ऑफ द जॉब, ये जो एक्टिंग होती है मोर सेल्फ इंडल्जेंट होती है। मतलब यू हैव टू इंडल्ज इन अ कैरेक्टर आर्क, चाहे वो आप, like I said, you can be playing a politician or you can be playing a mother India, कुछ भी आप play करें, it's more internalized, whereas politics is more of projection, how you communicate and how you gauge, and how it's about the masses. It's a very direct interaction with masses, which is not just communication through speeches. It's a lot of communication other than speeches with the masses, and the understanding of other people, and not so much about your perception of them, but like sort of understanding people, their expectations, culture, problems, like it's about people, so much more about that, and what do you access from it, and how do you connect with them. So complete change of, like our communication was through the screen only, na? And this communication is a lot more direct. तो अभी तो बहुत मुश्किल लगता है, पर चलो देखते हैं टाइम के साथ.
I love the comparison between screen-centric film industry and politics, but I feel they're very similar because both are very people-centric. Screens में भी आप हम सबके साथ connect करते हो, और politics में भी आप हम सबके साथ connect करते हो. This gets me to remembering that we were having a conversation. Kangana said that in film industry you are singing, you're dancing, you're doing action sequences like Manikarnika, and you're laughing and emoting so many things. But when you go to Parliament, you're sitting. And how does that affect you? Just sitting.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of sitting and listening about a lot of, work that may have not concerned you for so many, years. But अभी चाहे एक छोटी से छोटी आपकी, जैसे आपकी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी है, उनके रेलवेज को लेके क्या इश्यूज हैं, या उनके बिजली को लेके, अभी हमारे यहाँ पे इतनी बाढ़ आई, वो इश्यूज, आप अपना कोई प्रश्न बताते हैं, बस उसके उपरांत इतने सारे और लोग जो आपको बताते हैं, तो आपको पूरे देश का एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग होता है. अभी तक आप कहाँ हो? यू वर नॉट कंसर्न्ड अबाउट क्या देश में हो रहा है. वी वर लिविंग वेरी shallow lives, also in own bubble. एक बबल की तरह ज़िंदगी में आप जी रहे हैं, एंड आपको लगता है कि यू अंडरस्टैंड लाइफ एंड कि भारत क्या है. नो मैटर आप कितने भी छोटे लेवल से आए हो, योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग इज़ नॉट एज अ पॉलिटिशियन, इट्स अ डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड ऑल टुगेदर. आपको एक जीवन की वास्तविकता समझ आती है, और उसकी हार्शनेस फॉर एन आर्टिस्ट कैन बी वेरी ओवरवेलमिंग टू डील विद, क्योंकि हम लोग वी आर ओनली कंसर्न विद द यू नो विद द आर्ट पार्ट ऑफ इट. अगर किसी किसी की डिपिक्शन भी करनी हो आपको, सॉरो की, पेन की, ग्रीफ की, इट्स ऑल रोमांटिसाइज्ड. बट व्हेन यू एक्चुअली आर ऑन ग्राउंड एंड यू सी पीपल, फ्लड में लोगों के बच्चे बह गए हैं, कल मलबे में एक बस गिर गई, एंड देन यू लाइक ओ ओके दिस इज सो बैड. एंड और ये पूरे देश में कहाँ कहाँ क्या क्या हो रहा है. It's just so overwhelming. It's very overwhelming for an artist who's been only living off being absolutely sensitive, and now this sensitivity can make you severely disillusioned by the sheer harshness of life.
So, like when you do all of these kind of emotions, जहाँ real life में मलबे में बस गिर जाते हैं या बाढ़ आ जाती है, as a method actor, do you feel that sense of loss for next couple of days? I don't know about that, but right now as an MP, जब आप सब लोगों की, गांव की, मांडी की या पूरे देश और विश्व की calamities के बारे में सुनते हो, does it affect you that much, overwhelm you that much, and how do you maintain your sanity amongst all of these challenges?
नहीं, थोड़ा तो मतलब आई थिंक सभी लोगों को व्हेन इट कम्स टू नेशन, हर एक कोई, वेदर वी लाइक टू बिलीव और नॉट, हर एक कोई इफेक्ट होता है. व्हेन इट वाज ऑपरेशन सिंदूर वाज हैपनिंग, हम लोग सब वी वर ऑल ग्लूड टू आवर टीवी चैनल्स, एंड रिगार्डलेस ऑफ वेदर वी वांट वॉर और नॉट, बट वी वर अटैक्ड फर्स्ट इन पहलगाम, एंड देन यू लाइक हाउ कैन तो हर एक चीज इफेक्ट होती है. नाउ ऑल द मोर बिकॉज यू आर पार्ट ऑफ अ पार्टी, you just you feel very I'm on a very small level, but I'm just saying that there is a sense of responsibility rather than just being a like a witness,
onlooker.
Yeah, onlooker.
Yeah.
So you do care about what is our party stand on this, and what are what is going on with for next few days. When is Prime Minister's speech? What is उनके तो ये सब आपको, now you're concerned with all of this, but it's not that I am I am a MP and I am only know as much as others. Yes, अपने जो देशवासी हैं, लेकिन but when it is about the nation, we all are connected. We are all connected by one thread.
I'm sure you're heartbroken, and in times to come, more power to you, Kangana, so that you can actually do something and figure out whether it's a national calamity, whether it's a war, whether it's anything which is bothering our nation people. I'm sure you'll be able to handle that with aplomb, as you've handled everything.
Our Prime Minister, our Prime Minister, we are his team, but
under his leadership,
yeah,
of course.
under his leadership and with his vision, I think our country is going to go places for sure.
Wonderful. Now we come to something which I don't know if you know, that you did a fashion show very recently after 20 years. How do you feel about it? I'm sure everybody has seen fashion and has appreciated Kangana's role. She stole the show under the nose of so many people, which I would not name because I need to be in my limits. But I think for me, Kangana has been the bestest of the fashion models, even when I compare it to any of the supermodels.
Thank you
How
so
was
much.
it right now after 20 years?
No, I was a bit, I was a bit conscious about just being there suddenly, and it was a jewelry show, and he's a friend. I said, okay, fine, I'll wear your jewelry and just walk about. But he came with this very fancy garment, and I said, okay, I don't know. Now, I don't have that kind of a lifestyle where the team of professionals with me day and night working. So I think some rice is hanging from here and some dal is hanging from there. I don't know how would that go, but it's fine. It's okay. There's a time for everything, and I think as long as you enjoy all age and all phase of your life, it's fine.
As much as we love Kangana, the politician, we will definitely not want to lose the ever feisty, ever fierce Kangana, who is a fashion model for all of us. And believe you me, you shone like a diamond. You sparkled like how? So I'm so glad that you did it. Because it's...
So let's call the leaders also with us, because this talk is not going to be complete.
But a little bit is still left. We need to give the audience what they want. A little bit of rapid fire.
Okay.
Do you want some rapid fire? Some feisty answers from our very own superwoman Kangana Ranaut? Wonderful. So Kangana, one word to describe Kangana the actress and Kangana the politician.
Actress, I'm very spontaneous as an actor. And as a politician, amateur, a little bit of a beginner.
You're going to have beginner's luck for sure. If not films and politics, another career that you would have chosen?
Another career, you know, like I said, I'm a filmmaker. I would, you know, I write also. I'm a writer. Maybe I would have become an author. But at the same time, I also, you know, have started a cafe, maybe an entrepreneur, something like that.
You already are an entrepreneur, maybe a fashion model. Yeah. Your guilty pleasure in food when you're not on a diet?
Besan ka halwa.
Oh my God.
I love besan ka halwa.
People who love besan ka halwa in this auditorium, could you just give her a loud round of applause? As sweet as her.
Yeah, no, it's just, I think it's one of India's best.
Yummy.
And it never fails. You know, no matter how tired you are, it is the best thing.
A political leader that you deeply admire, of course I know our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, but besides him, if you have to choose one more, then who?
I think we have so many of them in our party, and I think our women leaders, our Honorable Finance Minister Sitaraman ji, she's so lovely and she's so helpful and you know, kind of a mentor.
Yes.
You know, she calls us home and she mentors us, and we are a group of 6-7 MPs go to her, discuss our issues with her. So it's good to have that kind of guidance.
Okay, this is my favorite. Coffee with Karan.
In the parliament, no? Debate in parliament. Karan Johar type of shows, only those kind of people watch. But here they are. For them, I'm very intelligent. For Karan Johar type of show, I'm very intelligent. But it's only the parliament where, you know, it's just kind of all the nerds. They're looking at every word that you say and everything that you... So it definitely, that's much more nerve-wracking.
I'm very sure if Kangana Ranaut is on Karan Johar's show, each and every one of us would watch that show. Right? Wonderful. So, one message for your naysayers, people who don't believe in your conviction, just contradict you for the heck of contradicting, something that will just give them a dishum.
Get a life.
And leave mine.
Get a life. You know, I think every woman has right to be herself and to live the life the way she wants to live. And, you know, so many times people are like, you know, but itna controversy. That's fine. I don't regret doing anything, but I definitely regret what I've not done in life. You know, like things that you don't do. But what you've done with good, bad. It just feels like, okay, fine, you're over it. So I think we should not judge people, and we should allow the way they want to live.
Wonderfully said. And Kangana, last but not the least, future plans? Tell us what we want to hear.
Future plans?
Future plans.
Well, my plans are with my party. Whatever their plan is my plan. I think right now I have to go to the constituency, and there is a lot of work to do there post Diwali. So yeah, right now the way my life is, you know, a lot depends on you know, being in sync with the party as opposed to being an individual.
Sure. I hope you're not planning to leave Bollywood. We don't want this gangster to go away.
No. I'm definitely shooting. I'm starting my next film also in January. So that is my bread and butter. I have to, you know, like politics is something that it's just kind of social service, but you need a job as well.
Wonderfully said. As somebody says, "Arth ke bina sab vyarth hai." So, Kangana, as we were just walking down, she had a very brainstorming idea, and she said that this is a PhD chamber platform, and why should I only take the limelight? Let us give the limelight to the people who have made PhD chambers of commerce 120 years PhD जो है वो आज जिनकी वजह से है, जिसकी वजह से है, let's give the limelight to them. And I think she has some very spicy questions for two people I know. So would you like to call them on stage?
Yes, please. Mr. Hemant Jain ji and Rajiv Juneja ji, please do join us on the stage. And
I wish the camera was focusing on their...
Make this conversation much more, give it more aspects and spicy, like Sonali ji said.
I just want if the cameras could face us their faces, and because they've been just taken by surprise. I don't know whether they're excited to be on the stage once again or they're excited to be on the stage with Miss Kangana. I welcome, I'm confused, my president or husband. I welcome the president of the chambers on this 120th. Heartiest congratulations for a fabulous tenure. मुझे लोगों ने कहा है, जो मुझे लगता है वो मैं आपको बाद में बताऊंगी, हेमंत. And welcome to, what is it, conversation with Kangana by Sonali, with Sonali.
Yes, the conversation with us. So we're talking about women empowerment and an environment which is much more inclusive for women. So Hemanji, we want to know from you, from KLJ, how this philosophy aligns with your, leadership, your company, and also for aspiring entrepreneurs, aspiring the women who want leadership roles in whether industry or social sectors. What do you have to say to them?
Hello. Yeah, Kangana ji, thank you for coming here. I think normally our AGMs, at the end we hardly see people there. We are having half a full house. Thank you for this. This is real true women empowerment, which you see here. Everyone is glued to their seats and they are not moving out from here. So, so at PhD and at KLJ both, I think today there was a slogan that you need to empower women. This was a slogan which was saying, which was said in many speeches and all, that you need to empower women. We need to empower women. But I think the time has changed now. I think if we need development, then the development needs women. So I think women are a part of development. And when we see it at our KLJ, we see that there is a sense of belongingness which the ladies feel, the sense of safety there, the sense where people, then they are heard. They're also leading many verticals to ensure that and what they bring to table is something which, if you see today, I'm not sure how much you see the CBSE results in Delhi. CBSE results in Delhi shows ladies have better IQs than men. So then, and as businessmen, we need to get people with better IQs, better performance people. So I think today, truly, I think if we need development, then we need women. And we truly believe and we empower women in all sections of our, so in the chambers and even in our KLJ group. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Wonderfully said. It's KLJ because obviously I belong to that family. Also, we have a couple of earmarked departments which are totally women-centric. The preference is always for women, but obviously it all depends on the ability, capacity, and the educational qualification that we employ men also. But the preference is always for women out there, and their safety is obviously predominant. I also feel at this juncture, I must say that in times to come, यहाँ बहुत सारी younger generation बैठी है.
But maybe I can ask a question to her.
Oh,
okay,
just think I'm invisible.
So sorry, because today, it's something inspirational for us.
Thank you, sir.
A girl from a small town gets off the place, gets off a comfort zone, goes to a city without much financial help, strives, learns English, learns modeling, learns the way forward, and is continuing to strive even after achieving a lot. Still, she feels that she's not really fulfilled her desires and dreams. So after being what you did in Bollywood to come into politics, so what's the fire? What's the fire, the message of fire? How do you keep it alive? How do the young girls and young men, and I consider myself young also, so how do you keep that fire alive to ensure that we are able to run and aspire for new things even when you have achieved something?
I think any achiever would, agree with this, that they're born a bit different, like it can also be they're borderline restless also. Like I do not understand, this is controversial, like I do not understand why people especially today's age, they want to retire. There's so many posts about Instagram posts of, these people, they retired at 28 but they made these many $1 million now, they have so many. So I don't get this, because the work is not for, it's not for money. I think most people, they don't get it, that most the people who are achievers, their primary concern is not money. They want engagement with the world. They want engagement. They want as many people as they can engage with. And there's this hunger and there's this thirst to want to be with people, learn, understand, and and engage with them. It's very difficult to express, especially to those who like my family. Their idea of relaxing is to take a break, right? But other than if I'm not physically exhausted, and other than just taking that good sleep day or off day, I think it just puts me off, and I just feel that my need to reach out to the world and to be a, just to be one with them in a, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I think everybody who.
I got your answer that leaders are not born, leaders are born, leaders, you can't make leaders. So I got your answer in some way. So you have to be born in that kind.
No, I think that fire is just about people. You're interested in people and you want to be a part of them, whether by making movies or making industries or making art or making, just, I think as long as you are into people, and that's what I learned from our Prime Minister also, that he just loves people, and someday when my fire is dying, I do look up to that, and I'm like, yes, that's initially what I wanted when I left home. I wanted people to know me. I wanted them. But now it just seems that I've got enough. But when I look at our Prime Minister, I'm like, okay, but he always cares about people. I think probably that's what it is.
I think leaders are just born, and leaders are those who really know that if you're not born to fit in, then just stand out. Yes. So that was a wonderful question, Heman. Yeah. Heman just thought that aisa mauka fir kahan milega. So I think Rajiv is the incoming president of PHDCCI.
Rajiv ji, I also have a question for you. Since you also have a very inspiring story that, you started from a very modest background, and you started with Mankind Pharma, and then it went on to become one of the leading pharmaceutical companies in the country. What is that turning point in your story? You feel that that's when you cracked it. Can you share with aspiring leaders?
First of all, Kangana ji, thank you so much for this question. And my friends are there. They basically went for the lunch, did not come back. But once your time was there, everybody's present here. So that's the kind of attention you draw from everybody. See, anybody who comes from a smaller town and wants to make it big, like you said about yourself, different perspectives are there. When I was sitting over there, I was thinking about you actually. So two words came in my mind. One is thinker, and the second is fighter. So anybody who basically comes from a background with no resources, no name, nothing is there, and there's no plan B. So once you have either do or die, things start happening, and then you think of doing something disruptive. Means what? That you don't follow the crowd, you don't follow what everybody is doing. You want to become exceptional, and that can really happen once you start thinking about yourself, and you say that these are my weaknesses, these are my flaws. If I conquer these flaws, I can do something. And every journey starts with small steps. These are just dreams actually. We never thought that this day would come. I'll be sharing stage with you. Yes, absolutely. I tell you honestly, we have all seen your silver screen, and somebody you see on a Silver screen you admire so much. Queen is one movie everybody loved it, loved that movie. And one more movie, that's my favorite, I must tell you, because this, not this, honestly, where you basically enacted this South Indian politician.
Talaivi.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
That, I mean, how you basically changed yourself. So, I mean, people from smaller town, they basically are always in search of opportunities and they fight for that. That's a common link.
I think the hunger, the fire, that is commendable for people who are not blessed or who are not born with a silver spoon, I think. That hunger just makes you stand out and not fit in. And that itch, which is perpetually there, right? अच्छा कंगना, आपको क्या लगता है मिस्टर जुनेजा किसी हीरो से कम लगते हैं और कौन से हीरो लगते हैं? ऐसे कम तो नहीं लग सकते, ज़्यादा ही लगते हैं, पर कौन से वाले हीरो की यादें लाते हैं? आप देख लें उनको. अरे because side view है तो yeah, I to keep seeing him as a very dear friend.
Mr. Jain, you're not insecure. Your wife is talking about.
No, so that's why.
Mr. Juneja's looks.
No, so she's doing a good job as an anchor, and she's doing it very nicely. And he does look very, very smart. So he just wants a. She didn't ask me. She asked you.
Exactly. Kangana, please, I do not want to take any of the titles. You know, no controversy here. मैं तो ऐसे ही पूछ लिया था. दिल है तो बता दो.
Definitely. आपको क्या लगता है कौन से हीरो से रिजेंबल करता है?
मुझे अपने वाले का पता है.
Objectifying Mr. Juneja.
Rajiv, you need to give a. You need to give a front view. You need to give her a front view, not the side view. Front view. Rajiv, turn around.
ये क्वेश्चन सिलेबस में नहीं था.
So
ये सोनाली जी के दिल में कोई नॉटीनेस आई उसकी वजह से पूछा है.
Totally. नहीं मैं ये भी बता दूंगी मुझे अपने हस्बैंड किसके जैसे लगते हैं एक बार बताने दीजिए कंगना जी को. Don't distract her, please.
I think.
Rajiv, can you look here? Look towards me. Rajiv, can you look towards me? Rajiv. Yeah, thanks.
Rajiv is way better looking than any hero in Bollywood.
Absolutely. And that, my friends, brings us to the beginning of yet another journey, the 121st year of PhD Chambers of Commerce. Sitting here in conversation with Miss Kangana Ranaut, the superwoman. I do not know of any other adjective that can I put, who is flourishing like how, who is epitomizing beauty with brains, who is epitomizing a self-made woman, and a woman who just loves her conviction.
Thank you, Sonali ji. Same to you. I think you are a woman of substance, and thank you so much for conducting this and having me here. Mr. Jain, I wish you the best. And Mr. Juneja, thank you so much for your answer. Thank you.